Um, I decided to stop in today because I get a lot of questions about how do you straighten your hair, and my straight video. How do, or not how do you straighten your hair, but how do you trim your hair other than straightening it? And the responses that I always give are things like, well, I do search and destroys. But for people who are just starting out, I thought, well, maybe they don't know what search and destroys are, so I thought I'd share. I'm trimming my hair today, and I'm planning on doing a hot oil treatment, um, so I thought I would share. Basically, you can either do it wet or dry. I'm doing it dry today just because I'm going to do a deep conditioner and all that, and I wanted to get my good ends, not my split ends, so I'm going to trim my hair beforehand, but you can do it either way. And anyway, this is how I do search and destroys. Maybe other people do it differently. I also sometimes use the technique Cynthia RF uses, where my hair's wet and I just go through my hair and trim the little things that look weird, but today I'm kind of doing it one curl at a time. So I've already done the top and I've already done this side. So basically what I do is I take my hair or I take a curl and I run my hand down the shaft of the curl. If I feel a knot, then I cut it. If I don't feel a knot, then I don't. So I'm going to start down here, and I feel a knot there, so I'm going to trim it. That's that much hair. Not a lot. You're not really even cutting off any length. It's a minuscule amount of hair. No knot there, so keep going. No knot there. Sometimes your hair will be dry, and that's why I'm doing a hot oil treatment today, because some of my ends they do feel dry, but they don't have knots in them, so I'm not gonna do anything to them. They feel somewhat, smooth. I think that has a little knot. So this is a search and destroy. I'm going to do my whole head like this. It's probably going to take me about 45 minutes or so. And sometimes you already have a good idea of where you might have knots if you play in your hair at all. Because I know just from playing in my hair where I get the majority of my knots. So sometimes if you don't feel like doing your whole head, you can, if you get knots to any great degree, you can go through and just cut the areas that you know to be areas where you get knots. This area that I'm trimming right here is an area where I get knots. I get a lot, not a lot, but I get knots up in here. And that's it. So for anybody who was trying to figure out, what's a search and destroy, this is it. At least this is how I do it, and it seems to work. I mean, I have a decent amount of growth. I haven't actually measured my hair, but I haven't cut my hair, except maybe one time, and it wasn't a cut, but I mean, I haven't trimmed my hair. Like when I straightened my hair that one time for that straightening video, I did trim my hair, and I trimmed it dry. And I probably trimmed off a little less than half an inch. But other than that, this is all I do. I don't go get it trimmed. I don't do any type of diligent trimming myself. I do this whenever I start noticing that I'm feeling knots in my hair. Because I can go a while and I won't feel knots in my hair. And then I'll be playing in my hair and all of a sudden it's like ooh, I have knots here and I have knots there and, you know, whatever. So that's when I decided to trim. And I haven't been keeping track of it, but I would imagine it's probably maybe once a month, or I don't know if it's once a month, but maybe once every 6 weeks, which is how often they say you should trim. But I'm not going to trim off, you know what I mean? I'm not going to trim off a half an inch of my hair every 6 weeks. I'll never get any growth. So I like to do it like this, and then that way I can retain my length, but still make sure, you know, my hair's not in trouble anywhere. It's not getting any, you know, areas where it's going to start breaking off or anything. So anyway, I hope this helps somebody, and I hope everybody has a happy Saturday. Ciao.